Hello, what's up guys? Eman from Peso Smart PH here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Shout out to all the podcast listeners as well. I appreciate you all. Today, let's talk about the Philippine stock market. So, I saw a post sa Facebook na yung unofficial win ni BBM ay makaka-apekto daw drastically sa stock market ng Philippines kasi magpo-pull out daw yung mga foreign investors natin dito sa Pilipinas. Well, currently we're actually in a downtrend. So, yes, nagkaroon ng fear talaga kanina. Kasi parang nag-open siya, down siya ng around 2-ish%, but that's not really that big. So, that is not a drastic effect sa stock market natin. Although, yes, may merit yung mga sinasabi nila. Kasi nga, if ever, okay, yung foreign capital leaves the country because of the new administration, then yes, magkakos siya ng collapse or syempre magkakaroon ng capitulation dito sa Philippine stock market natin. Kasi if people are selling, pagka mataas yung selling pressure, then yung normally the market will crash. It will go down. But nasustain naman siya today since hindi pa naman talaga official yung win. So, it's still up in the air kung ano yung magiging result. But we're kind of seeing who's gonna win, right? And I'm not discrediting yung mga claims sila, but it's not a sure thing. Kasi they're kind of portraying it na this will actually happen. It's just a possibility. Again, we don't know what's gonna happen in the market. And if ever naman may mga mag-pull out na na capital, na foreign capital dito sa Philippines, well, they're probably gonna sell at a loss, which is not really good for them. And then someone will catch the knife, okay? If someone's selling, then someone will buy it as well. Kasi they will see the opportunity to buy these companies, these profitable companies in our country. And it will generate revenue sa kanila. For example, if it's giving dividends, then it will generate revenue para sa kanila, passive income para sa kanila. And hindi naman 100% ng foreign money is like aalis na sa Philippines dahil lang merong bagong, may bagong may bago tayong leader and may bago tayong presidente na na-elect na hindi nila gusto. So, business is business and yung main goal ng business is to make money. So, 'di ba? You have to be apathetic. Hindi naman apathetic, no? Pero you have to ano bang tamang term dito? Hindi mo kailangan maging emotional dito sa market. Kasi if you're being emotional, then you're always gonna lose. It's gonna be a losing game for you over and over again. Pagka umakit yung market, gusto mong bumili ng bumili. Pagka bumabagsak, pagka grabbing fear and uncertainty, nagbebenta ka, then it's gonna be a losing game, alright? And walang ibang kumbaga solution doon kundi controlin mo or kumbaga suppress mo na konti yung emotion and ihiwalay mo siya sa mga financial and financial decisions mo. Okay? And if we take a look nga, since Feb, we're actually in a downtrend. So, pababa tayo sa PSEI. And hindi lang naman kasi itong political climate yung nakaka-apekto sa stock prices natin sa Philippine Stock Exchange. And again, hindi naman siya, it's not really that bad for a day. Yun nangyari earlier. Although again, it can be worse, much worse. So, tama siya ng around 1%. Actually, wala pang 1% kasi mas mataas naman yung kinlose natin before. Actually, mas mababa pala. And if we take a look at, for example, SPX, S&P 500, so, from its highs ng January, down na siya ng around 17%. So, may effect, no? May direct effect yung US stock market and yung US market as a whole sa buong mundo. And it affects the Philippines as well. And kung titingnan natin from the highs nung Feb sa PSEI, currently we're down around 10%. And if we discount today's numbers, we're actually down around 10% na rin before pa mangyari yung nangyari today. And yes, nagkaroon nga ng fear kanina, nag-bottom tayo at around 13, down ng 13% from the highs, but we eventually recovered, right? So don't get too emotional in the markets, be in it and for the long term. Kasi sabihin natin, no, magkaroon ng downtrend in the next 6 years na nakaupo ng bago nating presidente, then it's probably a good time to buy at that downtrend, di ba? Pagka bearish yung market, that is a time that you deploy your capital. But for me, outlaw sa market, it's not gonna happen. Yes, siguro may mga short-term, downtrend tayo na may experience. But eventually, kapag, naka-recover na yung market sa US, and then ma-control na yung inflation rate, especially sa US, and then magbago na ulit yung mga interest rates na binibigay ng Fed, then eventually, magkaroon tayo ng rally ulit pataas. Same thing sa US stock market, same thing sa mga cryptocurrencies. But right now, again, these are uncertain times and it's okay to be in the sidelines. Kasi hindi pa natin alam kung ano mangyayari talaga. So, ang maganda gawin ngayon is mag-ipon kayo ng capital. Huwag mag-YOLO. For example, kung nasa crypto kayo, huwag kayo mag-YOLO sa mga low market cap coins. Or huwag kayo mag-trade dito sa PSE ng mga shit na stocks. Na hina-hype lang ng ibang mga big traders dyan na may malaking capital na pagkakitaan lang kayo na gagawin ko yung exit liquidity. Huwag niyong gawin yan. It's okay, I think, na mag-DCA pa rin. Lalo na, kita natin yung GME7, it plummeted. Grabe, laki nung binaba niya. Although nakabawi naman ng konti. Nag-low siya at around 10.32. Open at 12, tas nag-low ng 10.32. For me, personally, it's a good time to buy na GME7. Although again, it might still go down, but it's a good time to buy. Lalo na kapag DCA lang kayo. Kasi the yield is very attractive and for sure next year, there will be a good chance na umakyat ulit siya, mag-rally ulit. Kasi it will depend sa dividends na ibibigay nila. And I'm pretty sure na mataas yung ibibigay ulit nila next year. If hindi mo match yung 1.45, even higher siguro. So yun lang naman guys. Again, advice nga ni Warren Buffett, diba? If yung lahat ng tao is fearful, then that is a time for you to be greedy. And if greedy mga tao, pag kayo nasa euphoric stage na tayo, then that is the time to be fearful. So, kaya lang yan, market cycle lang. And nagte-trend naman talaga, if you look at a longer time frame, nagte-trend naman talaga yung stock market pataas. Okay? Although yes, yung level na to is, could go back to 2014 and nandito tayo sa level na to. But there are times na tumataas talaga siya. Hindi laging straight line yung pagtaas. But if long term nga yung iniisip mo, sabihin natin, kailan ka nag-start? Sabihin natin, 2000 ka, 20 years na. Sabihin natin, 2002 ka nag-start mag-invest. Yan. You're up by around 656%. Yes, hindi siya katulad ng mga na-gain mo sa mga trading, sa mga altcoins, sa crypto, na you can do this in just a couple of days, in just a couple of weeks. But, it's honest work. You just have to be consistent and sobrang minimal lang ng effort na kailangan mong gawin. Kailangan mo lang maglagay ng pera, deploy ng capital, especially kapag bearish yung trend ng market, pagka nasa downtrend. Okay? And if wala ka naman, what do you call this? Wala kang confidence sa local market, then go for S&P 500. Same thing, no? Siyempre dito mas attractive yung gains. So kung 20 years ka na nag-i-invest dito, sabihin natin dito. Yan, up ka ng around 300. Actually, mas mataas pa, no? Mas mataas pa yung kinita mo sa local market natin in comparison sa S&P 500. So, up ka lang kung nasa high ka nakapagbenta for 100+% lang. So, hindi ganun kataas. But it's still, di ba? It's honest work. 362. So, GMA ka naman nag-invest. Well, ito, sobrang nagpa-fluctuate. But kung nag-start ka dito, you're still up, di ba? Around 10%. Kung bumili ka naman nung lows dito, you're up to 120%. And if bumili ka noong 2020, and I think dapat bumili ka talaga at that time, and up ka ng 111%. And kahit nga nag-start ka nung malaki yung binigay nilang dividends last year lang 2021. 2021. So sabihin natin mga April or March, di ba? Yan, you're still up around 35% sa current market price. And again guys, I'm not discounting yung downside. Kasi nga medyo risk off na yung market ngayon. So yung downside, bumagsak tayo. Sabihin natin maging ka-level ulit ng mga prices last year, no? Can go down 29%, magiging 7.86. But I'm pretty sure na maraming tao na interested bumili ng GME 7 stocks. Kasi nga, its yield is very attractive. And kita nyo, yung weekly RSI is very low. That happened here nung nag-start yung pandemic. That happened again here nung 2018. And yung prices around that time was 5 pesos lang. And we're still doing okay. 11 pesos pa rin ang GME 7 ng isa. And ako, personally, I wouldn't sell any of my stocks at this price point. Okay. Nakita na natin yung highs na around 16, 15. It's still possible to go that high again or even higher in the future. But yeah, right now, if ever bumaba man to sa levels like last year, like sabihin natin mag-8 ulit, 9, I will scoop that GME 7 stocks again. Kasi fundamentally sound yung what they call this, yung stock, yung company is pretty stable and they have a long runway. Kasi na-renew ng around 25 years, 30 years ulit yung franchise sila. So they're pretty much up there. Hindi naman 100% sure no na smooth sailing lang yung mangyari sa GME 7, but it's a pretty safe stock in my opinion. And wala rin kasing foreign money na nakapaglaro ng GME 7. So mga local investors lang talaga yung invested sa GME 7 kasi hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng ownership ang mga foreigners sa GME 7. Although may siguro may mga gray area shit na nangyayari behind the scenes, but we don't know that. We don't hindi tayo pupunta dun sa mga conspiracy theories na yun. Alright? And yeah, I'm just here to parang ease up yung parang what they call this, anxiety ng mga investors and mga new investors na don't always be emotional kasi ito yung kailangan natin kontrolin kapag nag-i-invest tayo. If you're gonna shit your pants sa 2%, 5% na losses, paper losses in your portfolio, then you shouldn't be investing on your own. Siguro bayad ka lang ng mga yung mga mutual fund para hindi mo nakikita yung performance ng parang investment mo. And kalimutan mo na yung investment mo. Hayaan mo silang i-manage. Although yeah, they're gonna eat up yung gains mo kasi may mga fees sila. But hindi ka masistress sa market. Although siguro masistress ka pa na kasi makita mo, nag-start ako mag-invest dito, 6,700 yung PSCI. Ngayon, 6K na lang. Di ba? Baya, kanya-kanyang trip lang yan. Again, I'm here for those beginners and newbies na, parang na-discourage ba sa investing. But yeah, you'll get used to it. This is just a normal Tuesday for me. And again, we're just down 0.58%. That's nothing. So na-experience natin nung 2020 kung andito man kayo, kung fina-follow nyo na ako at that time. Nag-YouTube na ako nun, and hopefully yung mga tao nga na nakasama ko dun sa dip na yun, sa crash na yun, ay nandito pa rin, no? Kasi you've gained a lot of knowledge and capital na rin kung nag-take profits man kayo. If you were investing, if you were peso cost averaging, dollar cost averaging sa mga stocks sa Philippines at that time. Kasi almost everything was up 100+% nung 2021 and up until now. Diba? Yung mga diniscuss natin na stocks, GME 7, GSMI, SMC, Jollibee, and PLDT, Globe, lahat ng mga dividend paying stocks na blue chip, it's up by a lot. Okay, you just have to stick with your plan and have a long-term horizon sa investing nyo. Kasi kung mag-day trade kayo short-term, it's stressful and talagang, labo-labo yung prices sa short-term. But in a longer time frame, it eventually trends up with time. Okay? So yun guys, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Sana may natutunan kayo, and if umabot kayo at the end of this video, thank you very much. I appreciate you. And if you wanna learn more about investing, and if trip nyo itong mga ganitong videos, bigyan nyo naman ng like yung video, and subscribe na kayo sa channel ko. ring the notification bell para wala kayo ma-mess out. And yeah, again, stay safe out there. Hopefully may natutunan kayo sa video na to. And always remember, be Peso smart.